America is lacking the most decisive advantage it has against the USSR during the First Cold War, and China surely lacks the give and take of a free and open exchange of information, ideas, and opinions. Hello and welcome back to the Econ Freaks. Today in this video we are talking about the comparative advantage of rising power China and the superpower USA and the economic models and political methods. China and USA both are the biggest trade partners in the world. In 1979, the United States economy was totally affected by unemployment and the inflations, and that situation is called stagflations. And it was trying to find out the solutions for that problems. During that time, the President Jimmy Carter had granted full United States diplomatic recognitions of the People's Republic of China. Also, the historic visit of Deng Xiaoping left America hoping that the China can help the United States as well. During that time, the China is trying to expand their markets all over the world, and the America was trying to find out the solutions for the high inflations and the unemployment. Stephen Rose tells in his book Accidental Conflict, the modern US-China economic relationship thus began as a relatively innocent marriage of convenience between two struggling economics. During that time, the United States was struggling with the inflation and unemployment, whereas China was trying to find out to expand its market towards the world. So because of both of these countries need each other, they started having the trade partnerships. Right now, China and the United States, they are one of the biggest trade partners in the world with the billions of dollar trade between these two countries. The trade relationship between the United States and China is one of the most significant in the world. But how big is the trade and how it changed? In 2023, China exported 500 and more billion worth of goods to the United States. However, this was 13.1% decline compared to 2022, reflecting that ongoing trade tensions, tariffs, and supply chains. On other side, in the US side, China remained one of the America's top three trading partners with the total trading reached $332 billion in 2022. Despite the political and economic challenges, China still accounted for 13.8% of US total trade. Isn't it crazy? While both countries have diversified their trade partners, the economic ties remain crucial. The United States continues to import high-tech goods, electronics, and machinery from China, while China relies on US exports on agricultural products, semiconductors, and aircrafts. With increasing tariffs and geopolitical shift, will US-China trade continue to decline or economically necessary to keep them linked? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. United States and China, they are the biggest trade partners still now. Now let's move to the research and development and how both of these nations are doing the research and development in today's times. Until 2025, the situation is totally different. Both of the biggest trade partners are trying to take the comparative advantage. They try to increase the investment on research and development, on AI, in the infrastructures. In the research and development budget for United States for the fiscal year 2024, where the White House was proposed $208 billion in the funding. This marks a 5% increase from the previous years, making the smallest increase under the Biden administrations. Whereas in the China, the research and development funding for 2024, which was reached 3.6 trillion yuan, is equivalent to $496 billion, reflecting 8.3% year-over increasement. The budget prioritized the development, which saw an increase of nearly $6 billion for the United States, continue a trend for fiscal year 2023. However, the basic research, which hadn't seen consistent 11% growth in the past 2 years, is only receiving 2% increase in this year. Additionally, the funding for research and development facilities, which includes the lab constructions, modernization, is set to decrease by 8% in the United States. Whereas, if you're talking about the China, the research and development intensity, which measures R&D spending as a percentage of GDP, remains stable at 82.68% among the major global economics. This surpasses the EU average of 2.11 and is approaching the OECD average of 2.73. The socialist market economy China is making progress on research and development, whereas the superpower United States of America, which is free and mixed market economy, is continuously decreasing the decreasing the research and development budget, which make the overall impact on the infrastructure development and the artificial intelligence development. China and United States, both of these economics have opposite problems. China has the biggest household saving in the world, whereas the America has the biggest consumerism. And both of these countries is struggling to find out the answers of the economic problems. China is trying to make the consumers to spend the money, whereas the America is trying to save some money to make the economy stable. Well, we already talked about the trade relationship between China and United States and the economic models. Now in this part, I'm gonna talk about one of the most important company for the geopolitics between China and the United States. That is called TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. And TSMC is the world's most advanced semiconductor manufacturer, producing chips for companies like Apple, Nvidia, AMD, and Qualcomm. Taiwan accounts for 60% of global semiconductor productions, making the TSMC the backbone of the modern tech industry. So, why the China and United States is battling for TSMC? So, because of the advancements of the Taiwan semiconductors for the AI, the United States and China are engaged in the fierce battle of artificial intelligence AI dominance with profound implications for global economics, security, and the technological leadership. AI is not just about the automations. It underpins the advancement in military strategy, finance, health, and national security. Whoever leads in AI will shape the global economic orders for the decades. Because of that, both China and United States in the recent time the President Trump, after electing, made the promise of $500 billion infrastructure involvement on the AI. The US has been long a leader in AI research, driven by the Silicon Valley giants like Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, and the Nvidia. The Biden and Trump administrations have prioritized AI as a national security issue, investing billions into the semiconductor manufacturing and AI research. The CHIPS Act provided $52 billion to boost the domestic semiconductor productions inside the United States, ensuring a steady supply of the high-performance AI chips. The Trump 500 billion AI infrastructure investment announced in 2025 reflect the urgency of staying ahead of China. The US also controls the AI chip exports, limiting the China access to cutting-edge processors like Nvidia A100 and H100. China AI strategy is government-driven, with the massive funding from the state and tech giants like Alibaba, Tencent, and Baidu. Despite the US sanctions, China is rapidly developing its own AI chips and homegrown large language models (LMS), like DeepSeek, which recently shook the global market. The Chinese government aims for the AI self-sufficiency by 2027, investing heavily in the quantum computing, surveillance AI, and industrial automations. The AI battle is reshaping China's sense, investing flows, and geopolitical alliances. If China overtakes the US in AI, it can dominate the industries, weaken the economic influence, and disrupt the financial market. However, if the US maintains its leads, China risks economic slowdowns and reduce the global leverage. This AI arms race will define the next superpowers of the digital age. So, this you like it, just subscribe it. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.